the Switch 2 has officially been announced in the most casual way possible. Pretty much, Nintendo just said, hey, shut up about the Switch 2 already. We're tired of every Nintendo Direct, you guys trying to say that we're going to announce it. We'll announce it when we want to, but we'll also just mention it casually in this update. So they tweeted that the president of Nintendo, Furukawa, said that they will make an announcement about the successor to the Nintendo Switch within this fiscal year. It will have been over 9 years since we announced the existence of Nintendo Switch back in March 2015. We will be holding a Nintendo Direct this June regarding the Nintendo Switch software lineup for the latter half of 2024, but please be aware that there will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during that presentation. So in other words, hey, we're having a Nintendo Direct. It's going to be about the games coming out the later half of 2024. Please stop with the Switch 2 stuff. So all you Nintendo YouTubers, all of them, beat 'em ups, RGT, Spawnwave, fucking who else? I don't even fucking pay attention anymore. We can't do it. No more Switch 2 rumors, guys. Nintendo basically told us, shut the fuck up. It's coming the fiscal year. So Japan's fiscal year, guys. That's one thing that's probably going to get lost in translation. When he's talking about the fiscal year that will be coming out, he's talking about the Japanese fiscal year, which will be 2025, that they will be announcing it. I can't believe it's been since 2015 that Nintendo announced the Nintendo Switch, and that just basically saved all the graces of Nintendo's business after the Wii U completely crashed and burned, although I do have a safe spot for the Wii U. But I remember the excitement that we had when the Switch came out and just how big everything about it was at, a high level. The hype was 110% behind it. I went to the midnight release. I got all the games that were physically available. And then before you know it, there's a gajillion Nintendo Switch channels out there. And that's what's awesome about Nintendo consoles. So yeah, we're always going to have this speculation coming about the next Nintendo console. When's it going to happen? This Nintendo Direct's coming. Are they going to announce these big banger titles? Is this Nintendo Direct going to feature the Switch 2? Well, now we have our answer. This point on until this fiscal year comes for Japan, whenever that date officially is or whatever, we know now that the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming, and it will be getting an announcement here shortly in the near future when Nintendo wants to do it. I just thought it was funny because it's literally the middle of a Monday night, and it was like 11 o'clock at night, about midnight, that they casually dropped this. Now, yeah, I know they did the tweet from Japan, but they just so casually did it in the middle of night nowhere, and it's trending on Twitter right now. The Switch 2 is trending on Twitter, which is hilarious because it's kind of died down a little bit. We've been getting the odd 4chan leak here or there about the Nintendo Switch 2, and I've kind of stopped on it. I was covering all these rumors and stuff about the Switch 2, and it just started to repeat itself. It started to be a lot of empty air. Anybody can come online and write about the Nintendo Switch 2 and give their rumors and their thoughts about when Metroid Prime 4 is coming out and when the next Mario Odyssey sequel is coming out and the next Zelda and when the next Switch successor is coming out and what kind of tech specs and everything that's going to have. We have it here, guys. Nintendo has been pretty quiet. 2015 was when the Switch was announced, and now, almost a decade later, we're finally going to be getting an announcement of sorts with the Nintendo Switch 2, if that's what it's even going to be called. We have no confirmation of anything other than an announcement will be coming in the near future. So hopefully World War III doesn't happen between now and then, and I'll be able to watch Secret Wars. I'll be able to play GTA 6, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, and the Nintendo Switch 2. That's literally what I'm looking forward to in my life at this point. So, in regards to the Switch 2, I'm pretty excited. I know a lot of you guys are going to be excited as well. We could finally stop doing all these Nintendo Direct predictions where we think the Switch 2 is going to be announced. We could finally get that out of the way. All these leaks and stuff. Now we could just focus on what's left with the Switch's lifespan with some games, some good games that come in the twilight era of the Switch. We have Paper Mario coming out, Thousand Year Door, at the end of this month. I want to know what they're going to top. I think at this point, it's safe to say that Metroid Prime 4 is going to be a cross-gen title between this Switch and the next console. But there's other stuff we can get out there, man. How about a Star Fox game? How about a real F-Zero game? I know there was F-Zero 99. How about some ports? Like let's get GTA on it. I just mentioned it. At this point, why not? Why not, right? Uh, I think the Switch was Nintendo's most versatile console. Like literally every single major game that you could think of that's come out in the last decade has been on the Switch in some sort of fashion. Whether it's on the Switch Online service for all the older retro titles, whether it's former Xbox and PlayStation ports that are coming over to the Nintendo Switch, like LA Noir, GTA Definitive Trilogy, some of the Need for Speed titles. There's been a variety. Doom Eternal, Doom 2016. There's been a smorgasbord of content. And then on top of that, you get all the amazing Nintendo Switch first party titles like the Marios, the Zeldas, and all that. But we still, all along, I mean, it was probably like year 3 after the Nintendo Switch came out that I was hearing people say, when's the next console coming out? It better be a powerhouse. It better be 4K. It better be that. Like, it's almost like as soon as consoles come out, that hype dies down within like a year or two. Even with the PlayStation 5, I started seeing people in my streams asking me about a PlayStation 5 Pro or a PlayStation 6. And I'm like, hey, cool your jets, man. It's only like year 2 or 3 that the PS5 has been out. But it doesn't even feel like it's been 9 years of the Nintendo Switch. In all honesty, it feels like it just came out like 3 years ago, but time is freaking flying by and the future is right in front of us and it's going to be exciting. Nintendo always brings that childhood excitement when it comes to video games, and I always feel like a kid during Christmas again whenever the hype train is around. So we're officially, in the most casual way, on the road to the Switch 2. I want to call it the Super Nintendo Switch, but we're on the road. It's pretty much been dropped and confirmed that an announcement is coming really soon. That's all we're waiting on now. And what's funny enough is, again, this was in the middle of the night, early Japan morning, or I don't even know the time difference, but basically all of us North Americans, we're asleep, and they just casually drop in the middle of a sentence like, yeah, we'll talk about it, but, it'll be later. We're going to talk about games. That's such a Nintendo thing to do, in all honesty. And I hope Nintendo never changes, because that was just so funny that they were so nonchalant about it. But, I mean, I'm ready for it. I've been ready for the Switch 2 to come out since, like, 2020. I think it should have came out when the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X came out, but what do I know? Anyways, guys, what do you think? I think Nintendo basically said this to shut us up, and it's pretty funny. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.